Hey, everybody, how you doing? Well, that's good. Welcome to PHLY Flyers Pregame presented by Bet365. My name is Bill Matz. I'm your director of fun and games for the evening. Joining me live in the Xfinity mobile studio, it is Broad Street Hockey's own Kelly Hinkle. What's up today, Hinks?
How's it going, William? I'm in full
Oh, it's
Christmas
going
mode. My
just
brain is
well.
not working.
I am speaking better than I was at the end of Sunday's post game, which isn't to say a lot, but I've decided to quarantine myself in the Xfinity mobile studio nonetheless. But we have a whole lot to get to here tonight. First thing is first, Kelly. Rasmus Ristolainen is back. He has returned. Rick Tocchet told us today, as he's been telling us for a few weeks, that he was close, that he was likely to play on this upcoming road trip. I wasn't sure if he meant, like, closer to Christmas or the actual, like, okay, they have, I think, 4 on the road coming up. Maybe it's those. It is, in fact, tonight, Kelly.
I am ready, to be quite honest with you. I have forgotten what Rasmus Ristolainen looks like. What number does he wear? I don't know. Seriously, though, it's been a year since we've had a fully healthy defense, and it would be nice to see what this team looks like with a fully healthy defense. So I'm psyched that he's back, but I'm kind of anticipating some bumps, right? Like, you have to think he's going to be a little rough coming back in.
He has not played in an NHL game since March 11th. You'd have to believe that means he's not all the way back, at least in terms of like the height of his effectiveness. So we will see what we get out of Risto, but he is back in the lineup tonight, as Jackie Spiegel showed us the practice lines earlier today. It was York Sanheim, Andre Drysdale, and Sealer Risto. So it appears, just for now, I would guess, Kelly, like, Sealer Risto doesn't make a ton of sense long term.
No.
I know they like Andre Drysdale, but just in terms of the way you want to pair up everybody, I gotta believe this is just for, all right, yeah, they're gonna get like 13 minutes tonight. We'll see how Risto does, and we'll go from there.
Or, maybe we get a real life Bash Brothers, and it's a lot of fun, and everybody loves it, and they stay together for the rest of the year.
Yeah, I suppose that is possible, Kelly.
Yeah. I mean, the Habs are the Habs, but they do have a few goony dudes.
Oh, of course, they always do. And I look forward to seeing what Risto can do tonight as he makes his way back into the lineup for the first time since March 11th, TK's birthday of earlier this year, also last season. So we'll see about that one, Hinkle. But I keep saying to Charlie, I can't believe I live in a world where I'm like, just wait till they get Risto back. But this defense overall has been pretty good, and they're getting a legitimate, like, NHLer back and taking out, Noah Juleson, Ty Murchison, guys who aren't exactly thought of as every night 15-plus minute guys.
Right. We went into the season thinking that Juleson was going to be the 7, and that hasn't really been the case. But yeah, we've been saying all season that this defense, which we thought was going to be the problem heading into the season, we thought forward core looks great. Defense looks sus. It's been the opposite. The defense has been pretty good. They've been holding it together well, considering that for large stretches, they've been without 2 guys.
They've missed Cam York a couple of times. Obviously, Risto has been out all year. Emil Andre didn't come up for a little bit. So this current iteration of the defense, first time we're really seeing it all year and really going back to last season. So we will see how they do. But I got to believe that this pretty good defensive team just got better on that end. And those 6 guys will be playing in front of Dan Vladar tonight. It'll be Dan Vladar making his 20th start of the season. He is 11-5-3 with a sub .250 goals against. That save percentage back up to .908 for the season. Kelly, I just feel like when you do a pre and post game, you are excited to see Vladar for 2 reasons. One, he's the better goalie. And 2, it's much less likely to go to a shootout.
I really can't believe you said that out loud. You did this to me last time I was here. You guaranteed that it was going to go to overtime, and it did. So thank you in advance for what
we bet on it last time. We're not doing that this time.
Okay. Yeah, I'm glad it's Vladar, especially with Risto drawing back in, because like I said, I think he's probably gonna have a little bit of an adjustment period to get back into game shape. And I think that knowing Vladar is back there, I personally think it looks like the team plays with a little bit more confidence when he's in net. And I think it'll be a nice if Risto and Sealer do make a big glaring error. Chances are it'll get stopped, and I think that'll make everything a little bit better for them mentally.
And I think it just comes down to, you look at, listen, this Montreal team, it's funny. I said on a show leading into the first Montreal game, like, oh, you know what? They're not excellent, but they have some talent, and, you know, they have a lot of firepower, blah, blah, blah. And someone in the comments was like, oh, you see, this is how I know they don't know what they're talking about. They don't watch the rest of the league saying Montreal's not that good. And I was like, I'm paying them a compliment, first of all. Like, I don't think they're cup contenders. They do score a lot. And it's very funny to see what's happened really since that time. But we'll get into the Habs in a little bit. But the one thing they do is score a lot of goals. They get a lot of chances. They have guys who can put the puck in the net. I am just more confident in Dan Vladar than I am Sam Ersson in a matchup like this. So we'll see how that goes, Kelly. Of course, matching their talent up front will be the Flyers forwards. And we got some new lines in practice today up front as well. Dvorak, Zegras, Konechny stays together. Abels and Hathaway. Delorier draws in with Grebenkin out. And the middle 6 gets mixed up a little bit. Couturier, Tippett, Grundstrom, Cates, Brink, Michkov. Grundstrom getting a chance in the middle 6 now in the top 9. And Michkov playing with Cates and Brink. Really, this is the first extended look we've had at Michkov alongside Cates.
Okay, so obviously I'm going to wait to reserve actual judgment until I see what this looks like on the ice, but I, at first glance, don't love it. Has Grundstrom been good? Yes, he's essentially single-handedly turned the fourth line around, which is great. But I don't think that automatically, after, what has it been, like 3 or 4 games, makes him a top 6 forward. But then again, I'm not Rick Tocchet, so what do I know? Interested to see how it works out. As usual, these lines aren't set in stone. They're probably going to get mixed up, probably, within the first 10 minutes. I don't love the idea of Michkov kind of like on paper immediately getting fewer minutes than you would like him to get because he's on the third line. But also, Cates and Brink, they're good players, and Cates can really make some stuff happen. So maybe we'll get him going a little bit tonight.
My guess is, while Couturier will always get minutes because he'll take face-offs and do certain things, the idea is Couturier is your 3C at this point. Simply because I don't know if he can handle the minutes. He just kind of looks, especially in this condensed schedule, tired. He just looks slow. And I talked to Charlie about this the other day. While, there's the conditioning and the trust and all that goes into Matvei Michkov's minutes that we're disappointed in, I wonder how much of it is also, on top of that, he's kind of glued to Couturier, who I don't know if you can trust with 17 minutes in a 3 out of 4, back-to-backs over the weekend like we just had, stuff like that. So this could open up other possibilities to get Cates and Brink out more and use them more like a second line and have a little bit of a differentiation between the second and third, especially considering, like, I don't see Grundstrom playing 17 minutes today. I'm going to be honest.
It would be shocking, right? Yeah, it would be a little bit and maybe we are looking at these lines wrong. Maybe we should be flipping the second and third line as far as Rick Tocchet is thinking that he's going to deploy these guys. I guess we're going to find out, but with Michkov not really playing as well as we want him to, I guess I should welcome the idea of kind of mixing it up a little bit with him. to see if maybe something can get him going.
Yeah, I am just hoping to see a little something different, and maybe that is what we get out of these new groups tonight. And Brenna tells me the lines just came in from warm-ups, and they are the same. So that brings us to Matvei Michkov's line mates and what he's done in his career with different line mates, Kelly. I went through his goal logs and everything today, and based on Hockey Reference's scoring logs, Michkov has been part of 2 goals that include tonight's line mates. He's got 34 goals and 46 assists in 111 career games. He has assisted on exactly one one Bobby Brink goal, and he and Brink both got assists on a power play goal last December that Travis Konechny scored. That is it. As we will see here, these are all the guys who he's assisted on or has had assists from on goals he has scored in his career. Brink's name only shows up the once, and that's it. It was a total of 2 goals, one that neither of them scored. That they have shown up on the same goal. So they haven't spent a ton of time together, Cates and Michkov, and it makes sense based on their roles. Really haven't spent any time together. We at least saw Brink kind of come in and play that right wing in like the TK role with Couturier and Michkov earlier in the season. But this is our first time seeing these guys.
The only thing that worries me about this, William, is that Noah Cates is our like primetime shutdown guy, right? So like, are we using Matvei Michkov in like a defensively oriented shutdown role tonight? Because that doesn't seem like it's going to go very well. Maybe they're just going to change the deployment of that line altogether. I don't know. I'm interested to see how this goes. I think it has potential to be either good or absolutely nothing.
Yeah, there is obviously the question of role because that's what we think of Noah Cates as. I do think more and more the last couple of weeks, it has been the Dvorak, Zegras, and whoever line, and now that it's TK, that's like truly getting first line usage. And they have been hard matched a few times up against other teams' top lines, and it's just kind of a fight fire with fire situation. And the other 2 lines have been more just secondary roles, but obviously Cates, Brink, Forster, like that is your shutdown line when Forster is healthy, and now it's kind of up to the coach to make an adjustment here. We saw Grebenkin come in, he got first crack at that left line look, and coach just doesn't like him. Like, he just doesn't seem to like to play him a lot. He doesn't seem to have a ton of confidence in him. He played like 7 minutes or something the other night. He is now out of the lineup. Is Nikita Grebenkin, and I think the question should be at this point: all right, how long until it's an Alex Bump or somebody of that ilk kind of getting that look? Because listen, I like what we've seen out of Carl Grundstrom, but yeah, in the top 9, that's what we're doing with Alex Bump down in the minors. Really, that's what we're doing. Like, good for him. Like, Grundstrom getting a look. He's resurrecting an NHL career after getting, traded for the contract of somebody who doesn't play anymore. Like, you really wonder, okay, how much more does this guy have left over in North America? And now, if not here, he'll get a shot somewhere because of this. But when you look at the Flyers' future, it's, hey, we got this guy. Everybody until training camp thought he was going to make the team. He seems to be doing pretty well in the AHL. When do we see him? Grebenkin got the first crack. He earned it, but it hasn't gone well. When is the next man up? And I think that could be sooner than later, Kelly.
I think it depends because I kind of feel like, not to paint Rick Tocchet with a particular kind of brush, but I think that Grundstrom is the kind of guy that he's gonna like until he gives him a reason not to. Like, I kind of think that the reason we're seeing him moved up is because like he played like a really good 4th liner, and I'm not sure there's anything more valuable to Rick Tocchet than a really good 4th liner. So I don't know.
I mean, he's playing Trevor Zegras a lot, Kelly. Like, he plays for Trevor Zegras almost 20 minutes a game.
Yeah, I know. Listen, I have a narrative that I have to push, and I'm going to do it when I can. But yeah, I kind of think unless Grundstrom screws it up, we're probably going to see him for a little while. I do kind of wonder. We were joking about this before we started the show.
Yeah, that's
with Nick Delorier getting back in. If they win tonight, because they were winning with Delorier and then they took him out and then they weren't. And so if he comes back in and they win, we all know what that means. It's never coming out again. So then what? I don't know.
It really is amazing. Nick Delorier, the team is 9-4, and there's at least one overtime loss in there. Yeah, so they're like 9-3-1 with Nick Delorier in the lineup. And he came out. They've lost 3 in a row. Granted, they've had some points, but you just got to wonder what's going to happen. And maybe with Grundstrom in that, like, moving up into that top 9 role, like, maybe that returns Sean Couturier into, like, your shutdown guy because he's with Grundstrom, who looks like he's a decent enough 200-foot player. And with Michkov and Cates, maybe that's the way it goes. We shall see, Kelly, but I am at least excited to see Michkov with a center whose name isn't Sean Couturier for 9 or 10 minutes of 5-on-5 action tonight. We shall see how it goes. On the other side, we're going to talk about the Habs. We're going to share our pregame picks. Lots more to come, but now it's time to tell you about Xfinity. So the other day, I'm going over to my buddy's house to watch some of the games. He's really excited. He just had a kid. He can't wait to have everybody over. He is pumped. But then I see his setup, and it is a total mess. There's lagging, there's buffering. He's got to switch between all these apps just to find the games we're looking for. And he claimed he was a big fan before this. We've known each other a long time, but I feel like I have been fan-fished. Because if you call yourself a sports fan of any kind, you absolutely have to have Xfinity, because Xfinity is the ultimate sports destination. I can find all the best games and all my favorite teams all in one place, and the way I watch, it is next level. It's the perfect fan flex. I've got all the action right in my living room. So next game day, make sure you're a big fan, not a big fail. Learn more at Xfinity.com. Xfinity, imagine that. Restrictions apply. Multi-view requires Xfinity 4K capable TV box. Whatever the moment, it's never ordinary at Bet365. From the 90 million users worldwide to the almost 800,000 live stream events each year. But I got to tell you about the Bet365 early payout offer for their NHL games. That's right, because you're a winner if your team gains a 3-goal lead with an instant payout on straight bets and parlay selections marked as winners as well. It is that easy with the Bet365 NHL early payout offer. And we have breaking news from our friends at Bet365. New customers now get $150 in bonus bets when you bet just $5, win or lose. All you got to do is sign up, use code PHLY365, deposit $10, and place a bet for $5 to get $150 in bonus bets, whether your bet wins or loses. Bonus bets can be used on the spread, total, player props, futures, and more. Whatever the moment, it's never ordinary at Bet365. Must be 21 plus and physically located in Pennsylvania. If you or someone you know has a gambling problem and wants help, call 1-800-GAMBLER. All right, time to talk. Oh, it is live. Okay, sorry. That was so weird. I don't know what I thought was happening. Time to talk about the Montreal Canadiens, Kelly.
Yeah.
Charlie, of course, is in Montreal. He will join us live on the Xfinity mobile call-in line post-game tonight. I had a great time in Montreal last year. Wish I was there with him. Although, I feel like this time of year, it's terribly cold there, so maybe not.
Probably a little cold.
But, Kelly, it's very funny. I was talking about, arguing with someone about how good the Habs are, because they started 9-3-0 this season.
Mm-hmm.
And then they lost to the Flyers in a shootout, that crazy game. The Flyers score 3 in the first. They give up 4 in the second. They come back, tie it. Thing goes to overtime. Back and forth wild game. They win in a shootout. Going back to that day on November 4th, the Habs are 8-8-4 since. 500, and really 8-12 overall. They average 3.22 goals per game, which is ninth in the league. They're top 10 scoring
a lot
team.
of goals. Yeah.
Ton of firepower. They also give up almost 3.5 goals a game. They are 28th in goals allowed. They are not good defensively. They give up a ton of goals as well.
Curious, considering, don't they have a guy that's supposed to be like the best and he's a defenseman? That's so weird. I don't know.
Now, goaltending has been a big issue for them with Sam Montembeault just really kind of sucking this year. And so we will see a 21-year-old rookie, Jacob Fowler, starting for the Habs tonight. He was a third-round pick in 2023. This will be his third career start. On the 11th of this month, he stopped 36 of 38 in his NHL debut, a 4-2 win at Pittsburgh. And just 3 days ago, he allowed 5 goals on 28 shots in an overtime loss to the Rangers. So he's had, like, I love the quality start, really bad start that they calculate on Hockey Reference. 2 starts, he's got 1 of each. He's at a 50% for either. But it's interesting just seeing like a 21-year-old rookie who, all right, maybe they thought he was their goalie of the future, but 21-year-olds usually don't get a crack. But that's just kind of the situation the Habs are in because they haven't been able to find steady goaltending this year.
Yeah, so it looks like we got a 50-50 shot of either scoring a whole bunch of goals or getting shut out. What a fun adventure for all of us.
I mean, you know, there's always a 50-50 chance you get shut out, Kelly.
50-50.
You either score or you don't, you know?
Exactly.
But I'm looking forward to this one. I'm hoping it's a lot like their previous matchup that just saw a whole bunch of crazy stuff happen. Maybe don't give up 4. Maybe don't give up 4 in a period and everybody is just terrible for a few minutes, but we'll see there. All right, now it is time for the pregame picks. These are the Bet365 pregame picks. Sign up at Bet365. Use code PHLY365. Deposit $10 and place a bet for $5 to get $150 in bonus bets. Whether your bet wins or loses, must be 21 plus an MPA. Gambling problem, call 1-800-GAMBLER. All right, Hinkle. I am going with the Matvei Michkov elevates the other 2 bet tonight. We are going with both of his line mates to record a point. Bobby Brink over half a point at plus 170 and Noah Cates over half a point at plus 150. Both have been decent offensively this year. They've had their hot streaks. They've had some lulls. Recently, we saw them combine for a goal, but that was really it in terms of them generating offense over the last few weeks. I am hoping that with Matvei Michkov, they are both able to get on the board tonight. And so I'm taking both of them rather than betting on Mish himself.
I like that. All you need is one tic-tac-toe goal from that line, and boom, you're getting paid. So always listen to Bill.
Yeah. All we need is Matvei Michkov to do what we think he can do, and everything will go right.
Yeah.
It's probably that easy.
It's bound to start happening at some point, right?
You would think, right? Now he's up against Demidov. We know he likes to show off against the other high-profile Russians. Maybe tonight's the night it starts, Kelly. That's what I am banking on. New line mates, a high-profile opponent. They're in Montreal. All right, let's do it. And now let's get through some Super Chats. All right, first one is from, I love some good pregame Super Chats. JH says, "By God, is that Risto's music?" Yes, it is. Let's effing go. Hi, Kelly. Love Kelly shows. Well, everybody loves Kelly shows. JH is no different, but it is crazy. Like, Risto has become more an idea than a person to me. And now he's actually back.
Now we have to contend with the reality of him as a hockey player. So hopefully he's still good because he was good when he played last time.
It's so funny how far we've come with Rasmus Ristolainen.
Like, Bradshaw was a wizard. Hopefully
I went from saying he ruined our draft party, maybe my whole life. And now it's like, oh, he's back. We might be even better now.
Yeah, look, we got somebody who can play defense. What a concept.
All right, next one up is this is J.E. Frucione. It is what is with these line combinations? What does it take to get Michkov playing with offensive players? Crazy to play him with 2 checking forwards.
Great question.
I mean, Bobby Brink is supposed to create offense. And outside of Zegras, who are these offensive guys? I don't like him with Owen Tippett. Tyson Forster is injured. What else is there? It's just Zegras and Dvorak, and they don't want to do that because they play that line 20 minutes a game, and they don't want to play Michkov 20 minutes. It's pretty much that simple at this point.
I mean, Dvorak, I think I saw today Dvorak has more points than Austin Matthews. So, he's obviously an elite center in the NHL.
I know they're not going to, and I don't blame them for a few reasons, but man, you might get a haul for someone named Christian Dvorak if you really wanted to on March 6th, I think the deadline is.
Yeah.
Just saying, Danny. All right. The next one up is DA Flyers, man. I can't wait for the rage when Grundstrom plays more minutes than Michkov tonight.
I'm prepared.
It's likely that they are close, I would guess. Depending on special teams time, that could be the difference. I will be interested to see who plays more 5-on-5.
Maybe with some Grundy PP time.
There's
Grundle on the PP.
There's absolutely no way they put Grundstrom on the power play.
No, they can't do that. That would be crazy.
But if the Flyers take way more penalties than they draw, I can see this. I could see this being a game in which we're going, oh my God, how did Grundstrom play 17 minutes and Michkov played 13?
Yeah, it could happen.
I think we should all prepare for that reality.
Yes.
Montreal typical. That's all I'm saying. I'm not even saying it's going to be on Rick Tocchet. I'm just saying, based on game circumstance, it might happen, and think about where we're playing tonight. There might be some calls. That's all.
They do be getting calls.
There typically are. All right, let's see the next one here from J.E. again. Has anyone else other than myself noticed that Owen Tippett, with all his great speed, consistently skates directly into traffic? He's a turnover waiting to happen. He just thinks he can get through guys a lot, and I don't know. I'm whatever on Owen Tippett now. I know what he is. He's going to score 25 or 28 goals. He's going to have 50-ish points, and that's just what he is. If somebody wants him in a trade, cool. If we can fill holes elsewhere by trading him and some other stuff, great. If not, he is a fine offensive third-line player on a good team. I think we all just need to come to grips with Owen Tippett is what he is. Yeah, it feels like he has more talent, but when is it going to happen that he shows it all off?
Yeah, and I don't even know that it's talent. I know I make a lot of jokes about Zegras and Drysdale sharing a singular brain cell, but I really think that Owen Tippett might have one singular brain cell. He does dumb stuff like all the time, and it's infuriating.
It is a real possibility. Mm-hmm. All right, a couple more here. This one from Blessed Martian. Michkov to score tonight, plus 285. Hit it. I don't hate plus 285 on a Matvei Michkov goal, but I'm going in a different direction because I'm just not betting directly on him anymore, honestly. Until he's a little more consistent, I'm not doing it. I'm going to bank on maybe him just helping create some offense tonight that results in some other stuff. Who's to say? All right, and I think this is our last one from JH. Charlie, a work vacation. Right. You know what Charlie loves is those bottomless strip clubs.
It's where he is right now, if you ask me.
He's probably not even at the game. You know, he's probably
he's got like a minute before puck drop. He'll be there like midway through the first. He's fine.
Just covering the game from Ziggy's. All right. That is all the time we have for you on PHLY Flyers pregame presented by Bet365. Thank you all for listening. Thank you for hanging out. If you haven't already, hit that like button and follow us right here on the YouTube page. Make sure you're tuned in for, postgame. That's what I'm trying to say.
Do that.
Make sure you follow us on the YouTube page so you can check out postgame as soon as we go final. Follow us on Twitter at PHLY_Flyers and follow the podcast wherever you get those. Just search PHLY Flyers. I am Bill Matz. That is Kelly Hinkle. Thank you to Brenna for producing. Let's go Flyers.
We all silly like the mayor.